Good day, good day, good day. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for joining me once again. In case you're joining me for the very first time, I'm your host, the one they call Brian Glaze Gibbs. That's who I am, and this is my story, and this is my ministry. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get started today with a story. The story I'm gonna speak about is sometime a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay? Sometime a picture is worth 1,000 words. Okay, in this photo below, you'll see bending down is Lamont Johnson, aka Your Majesty. Okay, to his left, you got Walter King Tut Johnson. Okay, and then right now with the red sweater on, you got Kayshawn. You got Kayshawn with the red sweater on. That is Kayshawn. All right, this is doing 1986-87 in the visiting room on Rikers Island, C-74. That Tut and Kayshawn went to visit Your Majesty, because Your Majesty at that time was facing like a double murder, robbery. Basically right now, from my understanding, something happened with some guys from Crown Heights, Tatum and damn, what's the other guy name? Tatum, I can't even think of the other guy name right now, but may they so rest in peace. You know, this is allegedly. Majesty went to trial for those two murders and, like I'm saying, robbery, and he got convicted for it. So he's currently serving a 40 to life sentence in regards to that. Here's another photo of Your Majesty. Okay, this is another photo of Majesty sent to me years ago. And like I say, how? You sit back and think about it, all of us, how do we all connect together? And if you sit back and you look at it, how did me and Kayshawn went to war? Okay, how do we all connect is, I can remember Your Majesty, the first time I met Your Majesty was in 1986 when I caught the murder charge. And I was in Brooklyn House. So I'm 22 years old at the time, you know, fighting for my life. And here it is, this young guy come through. Brooklyn House. Brooklyn House is age 21 and up. So this young guy come through, you know, and you're looking at the guy. And don't get me wrong, you know, I knew I looked like a kid. I knew right now was, guess what? I used to have to show ID to prove that I was 22. But right now they had my record, they had my fingerprint, they know who I was. And they know right now was, guess what? I was over the age of, you know, saying 21. So Brooklyn House or Rikers Island, House of Detention for Men's, C-95, Queens House, the Tombs, Bronx House, those are all for 21 years up. And just so happened right now is when I'm in Brooklyn House fighting the murder charge, Your Majesty come through. And then when you look at Majesty, Majesty is a little short guy, okay? And then not only is he short, right now is, man, you know, he got these glasses on and he looked like a kid. So you know what? I met him on the strength of a visit. Somebody was coming to see him that I know. And basically right now, like, you know, they introduce us or whatever, like, yo, you know, make sure he's all right and everything like that. And to me, like, you know what? Listen, I like the guy. You know, we start talking, knew a lot of the same people, and we bonded, man. We bonded there for a few months before he got bailed out and he left. So when he got bailed out and he left, you know, that's when he wound up getting into the trouble with the 2 homicide. And as that happened, you know, when he was on trial, like he's going back and forth for a couple years. So Tut and Kayshawn, they was friends. And what happened is, you know, one time, like Tut was with Kayshawn and I had called Tut. And right now he put me on the phone with Kayshawn. So Kayshawn got on the phone, yo, Glaze, man, I heard a lot about you, man. You know, like I say, man, you're a good guy. You know, everybody talking highly of you or whatever you need from me. If you need me to do anything to help you or whatever, let me know. And you know what? Like right now is I appreciate that because this brother don't know me. He don't know me from a can of paint. But yet and still, he's offering me his service. He's offered me, listen, man, out of respect. If you ever need me to do something for you, guess what, man? I would do it. Out of, you know, out of the strength of he knew I knew Your Majesty and he knew I knew Tut. And you know what? Everybody was cool. So even then, we all was cool. And I can remember the exact word I told, or, you know, I said, Kayshawn, look, if you want to do something to me, if you want to do something to help me, this is what you need to do. Help Your Majesty. Help Your Majesty by any means necessary. That's the difference right now. By helping Your Majesty, you helping me. He said, oh, man, don't worry about it. That's no problem. That's no problem. So what I'm just trying to say, folks, look at that. We all kids. I'm 22. Right now, Tut's 22. Kayshawn probably 21, 22. Majesty 16. But yet and still, like right now, when you grow up in that borough, You know what I'm saying, Kings County, like we all sometime interact in a positive way or the negative way. Back then, we was all street guys. We was all thugs. We was all like, possessed that criminal mentality at a young age. All for what? We chasing the wrong thing. Back then, we robbing, stealing, shooting, killing people over what? Money? Jewelry? Come on. Let's sit back and think about it. I'm talking about these are years ago. Your Majesty still is incarcerated, serving that 40-year sentence. Tut right now is, guess what? He's serving life. Okay? K-Sean is no longer with us. Okay? I'm here. Like I said right now is, I'm blessed to still be here. And that's why what I try to do is, as I reflect back down memory lane and try to share some of these stories, sometimes people they see pictures and they want to know who is these guys? What was going on during that period of time? What was happening during that period of time? During that period of time, during the 80s, you had a lot of things that was going on, and hopefully history would never repeat itself, because history have a tendency of repeating itself, and we don't want that. We don't want history to ever repeat itself. We don't want that crime wave to ever go up that high again. That us, as far as these young boys out there thinking right now was, guess what? They want to go around and eliminate each other over nothing. Over nothing. Over materialistic things. When you are poor, you are black, and you are uneducated, you are in real trouble. And back then, we was poor. We was black. We was uneducated, and we was in real trouble. We was menaced. By the time I was 16, 17, I already had 4 felony convictions. So you look at it right now, Tut is in life now. He got life in the feds for that 3 strikes you out. Madge, 40 to life. For 2 murders, robbery. K-Sean, not here. May his soul rest in peace. But all for what, folks? All for what? Here it is. We threw our life away. All for what? Nothing. All because we want to be down. All because we want to prove a point. Imagine right now if all of us would have gotten a job, became law-abiding citizen at an early age. You know what? Went to school, educate ourselves, became law-abiding productive citizen, opposed to wasting years out of our life that we cannot get back. No, I'm speaking from, experience. I'm speaking from the heart. And I like to think I'm speaking for those brothers also. That, you know what, if they had a chance to do it all over again, what would they have done differently? Okay? Would I have became Brian Glaze Gibbs? No. Would Walter King Tut Johnson became Tut? No. Will Lamont, Johnson became, Your Majesty? No. Will Calvin Hudson became Tyson, the notorious stick-up kid? No. Hopefully right now is, guess what? If we could go back in time, go back in history, and right now had a do-over, had another chance, hopefully we all would have made the right decision, the only decision. Where every time you look around, you see picture, rest in peace. R.I.P. R.I.P. for what? Rest in peace for what? At a very young age, didn't even start to live. And that's the difference, folks. Like I say, all that stuff is temporarily. Everything that we was doing back then, when I became Glaze between the age of 14 or 24, that was temporary. But look what happened. Look what I was able to accomplish. Look in the negative and the nonsense and the destruction that I caused on my people and my community. All because of what? I want to be down. You know what? I was a damn fool. I can say that. I can admit that. And I like to say those individuals back then, here it is right now. If they got true identity of self, they would be saying the same thing. Only thing I did was destroy myself, my family, my community. You know what? Come on. And that's what I'm trying to do. My story is my ministry. How do I utilize my story, utilize my platform, and get back out there and teach? How do I right my wrong? How do I stop? Look, this is it right here. This is my passion. How do I stop anyone to stop making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address? Read what it say. Crime doesn't pay. Your Majesty been in there since 1986 in a jail cell. I'm talking about 1986. Come on, folks. Do the math. 35 years. He went away when he was 16. Come on. Tut is in there now with life. What's cool about that? You got a name, you got a reputation, somebody putting you up there on social media, or you was a gangster, or that guy was a real deal, man. You know what? That sucker's overrated. Kayshawn is in the grave. A lot of others is in the grave. Why? Because right now we was young, we was black, we was uneducated, and we was in real trouble. And we did all of the wrong thing, and we didn't get the necessary help that we needed to save ourselves. So that's what we need to do. We need to save ourselves now. We need to save the younger generation now. Anybody that's out there, listen to my message, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You see signs on my t-shirt, I say later for that. Because it's not worth it. Period. Okay? Period. It's not worth it. I don't care what anybody tell you. It's not worth it. When you start getting, look, baby powder in your chin or in your hair, guess what? That's when you know, like, man, listen, man, none of that stuff is worth it. Look how many thousand, they're saying tens of thousands, 100,000 brothers and sisters that are going to die in jail. How many millions have died at a young age over the love of the street? Got to stop, folks. It got to stop. It got to stop. Why? Because once again, right now, we are better than that. Here it is right now. We got this thing called social media that we can take full advantage of it. You can learn how to get your GED through social media. You can take college courses. Right now, I wish when I was a kid, I was coming up, I had access to all this social media stuff. Right now, man, I'd be going to school. I'll be a whiz kid because everything is right there. You know what I'm saying? Right now, hey, how do I figure out an algebra problem? How do I figure out a science problem? You know what I'm saying? Everything is right there. You can help yourself if you want to help yourself. Listen, folks, later for all that knucklehead stuff, later for everything that you see on social media, later for the stuff that people start, putting out there about individual, about being this, being that. You know what? Like I told you right now, I'm speaking from experience. Back then in the days, all that stuff when we was out there, whatever, man, listen, we was fools. So I don't care what you say. I'm talking about this particular day right here. You know what I'm saying? When Tut and Kayshawn went to see Your Majesty. Right now, come on, man. Right now, like, look at that. Look at their life. Look at Kay. Look at Kay. Lost. Look at Kay. Young, handsome brother. Look at Kay. Gone. Gone too soon. Come on, man. Look at Tut. Mike Tyson going to see Tut, man. Okay? Mike Tyson right now, from my understanding, to help Lou Harvey get home. Okay? Hopefully right now is, guess what? Tut. Tut will come home next. That's Tut and his little brother, Tarrant, lost his life again to a violent death. Over what? Nonsense, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. Later for that, folks, we are better than that. And we have to do better than that. We have to get an understanding who we are, what we are. We don't need a lot of that materialistic stuff. A lot of people right now, just like we're addicted to drugs, addicted to alcohol, you know what? Addicted to the street, addicted to jewelry, addicted to name brand. People are in love. They got to have their Gucci, their Louis. They got to have all that stuff. It's like a drug to them. You know what? Soon they get it. You know what? They're all happy. Then that high go off. That high go away. Then guess what? Here it is. You got to wait, save up some more money, and go get another hit. So you can go get you a Louis, Vuitton or Gucci watch. You can go out there and get you a Prada, shoes. Or get you right now, whatever, the latest, handbag, the latest belt, the latest coat. Right now is, guess what? That's where we putting all our value at. We putting all our value into materialistic things. What about having a decent home? You don't have to have a mansion. I don't care. At this present time, when I was ghetto rich, I remember having places on Union Turnpike. Okay? Grand Central Parkway. When I had a place on Union Turnpike, guess what? That was mine. I'm 23, 24 years old. I'm coming to the building. You got security. You got concierge. Here it is. I'm coming to the building. They thinking right now I'm a college student. You know, and my parents live there, and they might be doctors, lawyers, or whatever. I'm a young black kid, but no, that's mine. And I'm coming in there. No, it wasn't really mine. It was temporarily, because nothing was in my name. What drug dealer you know got that stuff in their name? It's nothing in my name, but it was mine. I'm talking about I was flying in all outdoors. But guess what? Did I earn it? Did I deserve it? Did I keep it? No. I went from living in a baby mansion to a jail cell. So you know what? Whoa, reality. You know, how you went from way up here to way down there. Because guess what? When you don't do it the right way in the first time, you didn't earn it. You didn't deserve it. So as fast as you got there, as fast you went down into a jail cell, into one of these. From, I'm talking about a baby mansion into a jail cell. Tell me, that's not reality? That's reality, folks. And the difference is right now is, had I been doing it the first time, had I got something small and worked my way up and earned it, guess what? You know what? A house is what we make it. If you got love in that house, I'm talking about right now, you got a caring environment, you got food. I'm saying right now, all that positive energy, you know, the love from your moms, the love from your dad, the love from your wife, the love from your kids, the love from your brother, the love from your sister. Guess what? That's what we need. We need to go back to the basic principle. We all have to go back to the basic principle and teach. We have to, because we are lost. Even back then, these brothers, we was lost. You know, we was some sick individuals. But we always in love with the one thing only. We was in love with the street. We just love the being down. We was in love with that reputation. We want to be it. We want people to know who we are. You know, when we come around, we want people to scram. That's just purely retarded. That's retarded. That is purely retarded. And once again, folks, listen, I don't care what anybody say. Anybody come around you with that negative energy, that negative vibe, that negative behavior, you know, all that crazy profanity, all that crazy hip hop music. I'm talking about, and if you listen to the lyric and it's talking about, yo, shoot 'em up, bang, bang, and selling this and doing this and all that negative stuff. No, you got to say later for that, man. You got to remove yourself or remove them out of your life, man. Everything is all about growth and development. Whatever you put into your system, that's what's going to come out. If you put negative into your system, into your mind, into your heart, into your spirit, that's what you're going to sow. That's what you're going to dish back out. But if you put love, affection, honesty, loyalty, devotion, if you put that into your system, guess what? That's what you're going to be giving out. That's what you're going to be giving out each and every day. And what I'm trying to say is right now is, guess what? I love Miss Johnson, both of the Miss Johnson. Your Majesty mother, I met her. You know what I'm saying? Right now is, here it is, we used to go to court together, you know, from the Majesty trial. You know what? Like I said right now, Miss Johnson, Tut mother, I love them. Good people. I'm saying my mother, good people. Loving mother. Loving, caring mother. They did everything they can possibly do to raise us to the best of their ability. But we became lost sheep and went astray. All because of what? It was right now because we were young. Uneducated. Black and in real trouble. And the difference is right now, we can stop that. That's a curse. That's a curse. That we as a whole, as a group, we can stop that by educating each other, by teaching these young kids, by taking them by the hand, by grabbing them by the collar, by grabbing them by the ear and tell them, listen, it's not too late. Do you want to end up in here forever in a day? Read that, what it say, crime doesn't pay. Do you want to end up in an early grave? Come on, man. That's not cool. Do you want to be on somebody's platform like a picture? Oh, this was Billy Bob, man. You know what I'm saying? Made money, you know, with the jewelry on and all that. Rest in peace. That's not cool. All that stuff is overrated, people. We have to do better. We have to do better collectively. Not just me, not just you, all of us. Listen, my name is Glaze Gibbs. If more of my story, you know what I'm saying, email me. Email me at Brian Gibbs, BrianGibbs 1201 at yahoo.com. Get your signed copy of the Beyond Lucky book, the Brian Glaze Gibbs story, a true story of change and redemption, folks. This is my ministry. I'm not your typical minister. Right here in this book, I'm going to give you the good, the bad, the ugly. Here it is in this book. You're going to do a lot of crying. You're going to do a lot of soul searching. You're going to do a lot of laughter. You're going to be like in awe, like wow. The difference is right now, I didn't hold nothing back. I talk about my most embarrassing moment, everything I've been through. You know what I'm saying? My ups and my downs. And the difference is right now, because I want people to see what happened, what you can do. You can utilize this book as a blueprint that will stop your child, your grandchild, your nephew, your nieces. I'm talking about your godkids, your kids in your neighborhood. If you get this book is the blueprint that will stop them. Help stop them from making that multi-billion-dollar prison system their permanent address. Help stop them to try to be like Brian Glaze Gibbs, Walter King Tut Johnson, Calvin Hudson, a.k.a. Sean, Lamont Johnson, a.k.a. Your Majesty, Howard Pappy Mason, Lorenzo Fat Cat Nichols, and so many others. Baby Sam. It's so many others, folks. Thank you for joining me. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share my content.